But I was very nice to. I would be nice. I don't think I've ever met AOC, but I would be nice to her also. I'm basically a nice person. People just don't know that.
Over in Europe, you were with business leaders.
Yeah.
Everything that you do, there's a business aspect to it.
Yeah.
What is the worst business to be in right now? The captain of a cartel drug boat in the Caribbean.
They're in trouble.
Or a late night network TV talk show host.
Oh, they're both in trouble. Although Greg Gutfeld's doing great. So I think I'd take that one by a long shot. We have the water drugs, I call them the water drugs, pretty much stopped. In fact, I think water fishing, I think almost anything we have to get into a boat right now in that area would not be doing too well. We have to stop the drugs from coming into our country and killing our people. So we've lose, in my opinion, 300,000 plus a year to fentanyl and drugs coming into the country. So when you feel badly for somebody that gets blown away, you have to remember they're killing thousands of people. Each one of those people is responsible for killing at least hundreds of people. And we have to stop it. We have no choice.
There's so much noise about this late night TV drama. Now we know there's various reports. Disney's CEO, Bob Iger, reviewed Jimmy Kimmel's monologue, and he thought that it was over the line. He's the one who benched him. Now that that's out there, your critics are saying, well, the White House and the FCC are intimidating critics of President Trump. Is that what's happening here?
No, I don't think so at all. We have a great group of people that do watch over this, as you know. Brendan is a fantastic patriot. He really is. And he's, I think, doing a good job. But he's done nothing that's over the line. He just says you have to be honest. I just had it a little while ago. You may have seen it. I talked to people about 97% of the things they say about me on television are negative. And, how do you win if that's the case? And the credibility of television is way down, most television. You guys are doing a lot better. I disagree with your pollsters because I've always proven to be right on that. I would say your pollsters, I don't think your pollsters are any good on Fox, but generally speaking, and the anchors are, in every case, they're phenomenal. But you don't have that with other networks. I think that's why they're down. They're down so low in ratings. MSDNC is like a dead network. It's, if you call it cable, I guess. CNN it's really a crying shame what happened to CNN, but they're down, they're dead, nobody watching. And they're dead because they have no credibility. You guys do have credibility, and that's a great thing to have.
We know which hosts you don't like at late night. If one of these CEOs like Bob Iger called you and said, okay, Mr. President, Uncle, who would you want to see as a late night network TV talk?
Well, I'd love to tell you that, to be honest, but all I do is I make enemies. They'll say, why didn't you pick me? There are people that have great talent that aren't being utilized right. And I'm pretty good at that. I think I'm good at talent. And you have people that are really very good. Now, if I name 5, and I could do that quickly, but I'm going to have 6 or 7 that are going to be really angry that I didn't name them. And so it would be a really dumb question to, if I answered that question, I can only get myself in trouble. I will say this. You have some people that are terrific on Fox and elsewhere that really would do well. When I look at Jimmy Kimmel, he had no talent. He was a crazy, I don't know if you remember, I did a Truth before he gave out the Best Picture Award in the Academy Awards. He hosted it. He did a terrible job. I said, what a terrible job he did. He's the worst host in Academy history. And this was during the show, and he saw it. And just before the climax of the whole show, like Best Picture or Best Actor, whatever it was, he read my Truth, saying about how bad he was. And then I dispute this. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. His wife was begging him not to do it. His agent was begging him not to do it. There's something wrong with the guy. When I look at Fallon, he's the most insecure-looking person I've ever seen on television. And the other one, Colbert, who just got canceled, as you know, just terrible. And it's 100, think of this, it's 100% bad about Trump. They don't say it's anything good. Even conservatives, somebody said I think in 2 years.
Okay, so here's the breakdown. Chair Grassley is kind of setting the stage. Senator Whitehouse, questioner, comes in strong. First, he pushes Patel on whether there was ever a court order stopping him from talking about his own grand jury testimony. Turns out, nope. The judge himself said Patel could have shared it. Dear Nidkash Patel, responder, admits. Yes, no order. The testimony was already released publicly. Then White House shifts gears. He brings up Jeanine Pirro, a U.S. attorney nominee. Apparently even Fox News execs once called her reckless, a conspiracy theorist, and untrustworthy. He asks Patel, did the FBI background check catch that? And if so, who knew what? Patel responds carefully. We don't discuss background checks. Independent career officials handle those, not me. Main point. White House is basically testing whether the FBI missed something, hid something, or passed info along and leadership ignored it. Patel is holding the line, saying the process is independent and out of his personal hands. Wow. This felt like courtroom drama levels of tension. White House wasn't just asking questions. He was building a case. And Patel? He was like a statue, giving these super-controlled answers. Honestly, I was waiting for one of them to crack a smile or drop a gotcha moment, but nope, all serious. And can we talk about that description of Jeanine Pirro? Reckless maniac and conspiracy theories on weird internet sites? That sounds like a roast straight out of Twitter, not a professional hearing. Here's the takeaway, fam. Oversight matters. Whether it's government, business, or even your workplace, transparency builds trust. If background checks miss the obvious, or if leadership ignores red flags, it can erode public confidence real quick. All right, what do you think? Was Patel being truthful, or was he dodging like a pro? Drop your hot takes in the comments. I'll be reading them. Don't forget to hit like, tap subscribe, and ring that bell for more My Shock Filler reactions. We've got plenty more political drama to break down together.
History. And this was during the show, and he saw it. And just before the climax of the whole show, like Best Picture or Best Actor, whatever it was, he read my truth, saying about how bad he was. And then I dispute this. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. His wife was begging him not to do it. His agent was begging him not to do it. There's something wrong with the guy. When I look at Fallon, he's the most insecure-looking person I've ever seen on television. And the other one, Colbert, who just got canceled, as you know, just terrible. And it's 100, think of this, it's 100% bad about Trump. They don't say it's anything good. Even conservatives, somebody said I think in 2 years, 2 or 3 of them, maybe all 3 of them, they never even spoke to a Republican or conservative. It's one of the reasons they do so badly, because they don't realize what's happening. But when you look at these shows and when you look at how untalented they are, I could get people off the street to do a better job than Colbert. He's terrible. He's terrible. And it's not because he says bad things. I don't watch it. Purposely, I don't watch it, but I don't find it enjoyable. I don't find him good. I don't find any of the 3. I could get people off the street. Right now, you and I could walk outside of the beautiful White House, walk down the street. I could look at some people, and they would do better in ratings, and they would have more talent than any of those 3 guys.
That'd be a good bit for our new show.
Well, we could do it. Let's do it sometime. I mean, actually, we can do it now because Washington, D.C. is safe. See, that was a good way of getting into that. But no, it's funny. Washington, oh, boy, it was so bad. And now it's so good. People are going to restaurants again. The restaurants, new ones are opening. Washington, D.C. is now a really safe city. And a year ago, it was a disaster.
So you get back from the United Kingdom this week. First thing you do, talk to President Xi. It seems like you guys are getting really, really close to a deal for Americans to take over TikTok. They'll get to keep the algorithm because it's so addictive. That's what makes it so valuable. How much money are we talking? How much are these Americans
A tremendous amount of money.
Billions?
Oh, I'd rather have them. They're very well-known people, and Larry Ellison's one of them. He's involved. He's a great guy. Michael Dell is involved. I hate to tell you this, but a man named Lachlan is involved. You know who Lachlan is? That's a very unusual name, Lachlan Murdoch.
Mr. Murdoch.
I believe, and you call him. And Rupert is probably going to be in the group. I think they're going to be in the group. A couple of others, really great people, very prominent people. And they're also American patriots. They love this country. So I think they're going to do a really good job. I'm a little prejudiced with TikTok because, I did so well with the young voter. And by the way, Charlie helped me a lot. Charlie also said, you should get on TikTok. So I think I did that. But others said that too. And did amazingly well on TikTok. And we got record young voters. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. As a Republican, typically, if you look back to Romney, which wasn't so long ago, the level they did with young voters was like very little. We won with young voters. We did so well with young voters. And I think a big part of that was TikTok.
And because we've got the new show, I downloaded TikTok for the first time. Would you just help me make my first one really quick?
Sure, go ahead.
It's going to be really quick. It'll be part of the show. Going to just open it up. My most recent, no followers, no posts.
Well, that's not good.
Well, let's see how we do. So, Peter Ducey.
All right, let's break this down. Senator Whitehouse, questioner, is pressing hard. He says, there was a pause in FBI background investigations around February, right before Patel was confirmed. An allegation even claims this pause could have been used to scrub or remove negative info. He asks Patel, why was there a pause? Were you told about it? And after your confirmation, did things go back to normal? Dear Kash Patel, responder. I wasn't there when it happened, and I wasn't told why. Background checks are handled by HR and career staff, not me. White House pushes again. Really? Nobody explained this pause to you? Patel sticks to, I leave it to HR, I don't recall. Then White House raises a more explosive point. Apparently, during internal reviews, agents were allegedly asked whether they voted for Kamala Harris in 2024. He asks Patel, since when is that a proper question for the FBI? Patel, I don't know the allegation you're referring to. It's tied to ongoing litigation. But no, asking who you voted for is not proper. Main meaning, White House is trying to expose possible political interference in FBI hiring and investigations. Patel is carefully distancing himself, saying processes are independent and that he doesn't recall being told about any pause. Whoa! Okay, two big bombshells here. A mysterious pause in FBI background checks, right before Patel's confirmation. That sounds shady already. The claim that agents were asked who they voted for? What? That's straight up creepy if true. Imagine your boss asking you about your ballot choices. Total red flag. Patel, meanwhile, gave the classic I wasn't there, I don't recall answers. Honestly, it felt like watching someone dodge raindrops in a storm. Here's the takeaway. Politics should never mix with professional hiring or law enforcement processes. Whether you're in government, business, or even school, fair rules matter. Asking about someone's vote? That's not just improper, that's dangerous for democracy. So what do you all think? Was Patel genuinely out of the loop or playing it safe with I don't recall? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, smash subscribe, and turn on that bell for more shock-filled reactions right here on my Shock Filler.